All right, and we are now live once more. Welcome back to another stream of Buddha and Zionic. I'm not even going to say we're playing games poorly because we are kicking ass. Okay.
Damn straight. Civilization 5, we're ahead. We just, well, we. Psionics just straight up took the final boss and bitch slapped his ass. I mean, I was there to applaud. I did, some damage, but I applauded the entire time.
Oh, that was fucking righteous.
Yeah, no, go to previous stream. Previous stream earned some goddamn views. That being said, we're now here. We're looking for Yagluth, whatever the fuck we're supposed to be
Yeah,
calling it.
Yagluth, I think is his name. And
Oh,
we got the machine set up over here. We got our nice base up here in the plains that
so if we can, we're gonna beat this tonight, which will make Friday an entire Terraria day.
yep.
Because for the worthiest, for the worthy. Literally,
Well,
I'm never gonna touch another for the worthy after this.
welcome speedrun. Thanks for tuning. Excuse me. Thanks for tuning in. Um. Oh, welcome, dude. Hope school went well. Yeah, we
To learn your
literally.
mathematics and how you grew up in a colony of criminals. I'm a horrible person. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we literally just finished off Remnant from the Ashes, so you're not gonna see that anymore.
Huh?
Nice.
Now, out of curiosity, what was some of the questions when it came to uh your science exam? Because you're in what, 7th grade, I believe you said? Or
He
7th
was.
year? Well, we were talking about age of consent, and he was talking about,
Yeah,
we're in 7th year and everybody's horny type thing.
that sounds about right.
I have a great memory for the oddest things.
He really does. And it's fucking
Actually,
impeccable.
something that really stuck with me, and quite possibly get me into trouble with both Twitch and YouTube. Fucking hell. Okay, no, fuck you. Is I actually remember my first, I guess, pseudo wet dream. And I remember
So it's
it
gonna be
was,
one of those streams, is
yeah,
it?
I was 9 years old. Actually, I might have been about 7, but I'm gonna say 9 just because it's probably better than saying than 7. Why the hell is the goddamn locks following me into the swamp? This is inappropriate.
Inappropriate,
So,
man. Inappropriate.
so all that background. There was a girl that lived next door to me. Wasn't really attractive, but whatever. You're 7 years old. What do you know?
Girl next door.
But I had a dream where I was banging this chick, and in this dream, her mother actually came out and went, what's going on? And I ended up banging her mother and the chick, and I didn't know what an ejaculate was, ejaculation, whatever. So I ended up peeing in both of them. I was too young and I didn't know better. But yeah, I've been a horny bastard since I was almost like as soon as I was pubescent, I've been horny. Yeah. So random. I don't know why I decided to share that, but have
I've been
fun.
horny for so long.
Outside of my dick being small, porn stars are bitches.
Well, you're done after 45 minutes? You pussy.
Seriously, any sexual event that's less than 2 hours is not even a sexual event as far as I'm concerned. Doing, I found a new dungeon.
Now that reminds me of a story, speed run. When I was in college, um, I went out drinking with some buddies, and obviously, I mean, I had school the next day. It was like a Wednesday or some shit, you know. So apparently, the habit of me drinking during the week has been long established in
Yeah, it's been it's
my.
Wednesday. I'm not sober.
Anyways,
All right.
so we went out to this party house and we were drinking and we had a bunch of beer, and we started playing Truth or Dare, and you know, a bunch of college students playing Truth or Dare with more beer than they know what to do with. You can imagine what ensued. Basically, I ended up getting alcohol poisoning that night because of how much beer I drank. And it wasn't necessarily that I wanted to imbibe that much beer. It was uh,
Social pressure of I don't want to be a bitch.
it wasn't even also yes, but it was so we had this rule where uh, if you failed a dare for whatever reason, you had to chug 10 beers.
Oh dear God. I mean, I don't know about the alcohol aspect, but that would make me need to piss like every 5 minutes.
Oh, it was stupid. Um, I have the constitution of a god.
I mean, you have the bladder of a gerbil though, so
Yeah, I have the bladder of a gerbil, but I have the liver of Zeus himself. Like,
yeah, no, he really does. Like, uh, I'm never gonna challenge psionics to a drinking contest. He'll win. That's just a fact.
so, anyways, what like as we were getting towards the end of the night, um, one of the guys, you know, he was daring me. Like, this is like, I went streaking that night. I did all sorts of stupid, crazy shit that night. Um,
That's a new story for me.
and anyways, so
Because he has
the
the liver of a god. We covered that speed.
yeah.
No, I've actually mentioned that before where it's like, you have the golden liver, man. I'm just a little pussy over here. Leave me alone. And he's just like, come on, let's go for another one. No, no, I'm done.
So, anyways, he dared me to I got dared to chug like 10 beers or something, or 15 beers. Like, he dared me to chug 15 beers. Like, that was the dare.
So, so
And
you got dared to drink 15 beers. It's
yeah,
not failing to do a dare leads to 10 beers.
well, cuz what happened was I got to beer 14 and I had an involuntary gag reflex because of how much alcohol is pouring down my gullet, and I ended up. It wasn't really. It wasn't really like I wouldn't call it throwing up, but I kind of spat all over the fucking table and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh, you failed. Now you have to chug 10 more beers." And I wasn't no bitch, so I'm like, "Yeah, okay, gonna give me another 10 fucking beers."
If you guys are paying, who am I to argue?
So, anyways, that's the story of how I chugged 25 beers, and
In
it
like
doesn't
what, 10
matter.
minutes?
No, that was like 5 minutes, I think.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like
I was
I,
giving you a pussy buffer.
I mean, it was very rapid fire between the 15 and the 5, or the 15 and the 10, and I ended up getting alcohol poisoning that night. It was a horrible night. Um, don't do what I do. I'm a bad role model. Um,
Honestly, I've actually been curious if I've ever had alcohol poisoning. Chances are yes, but I just drink water and all is well.
Yeah, well, and generally speaking, you have alcohol poisoning if you get to the dry heaves.
Had that a couple of times.
Yeah, because there's still too much alcohol, but there's nothing in your stomach, but your body's still rejecting it. Um,
Uh,
at that point, you know you have alcohol poisoning. If you get dry heaves because you drank too much, um, you have alcohol poisoning, essentially. And that's the fucked up thing about that is like getting your stomach pumped ain't gonna do a goddamn thing because there's nothing in your stomach. Your body's already,
yeah.
it has already expelled everything it can.
Well,
So
and that's actually another thing, as far as I understand, is when it comes to the absorption of, well, just say liquids, it literally gets passed through your stomach within like 10 minutes. So
yeah,
getting your stomach pumped, as far as I can tell, is straight up for drug or ingested drugs only, not alcohol. Because like I don't even know how much alcohol you have to drink before pumping your stomach even makes sense. I mean, it's still something to do, but that's
yeah.
like, and we're gonna give you some sage to clear the spirits, as it were.
But anyways, so after this fateful night of where I had entirely too much to drink, um, I ended up like I had I I was supposed to go to school the next day, and I was uh, I was obviously not feeling up to it, but I had the one of the worst calls of my life because it was like 7 o'clock in the morning. Because obviously I crashed where I was. I just fell asleep where I was. I wasn't driving home after that. That was not gonna fucking happen.
And if you knew psionics, that says a lot.
But anyways, so I get this call from my dad at like 7:30 in the morning, and now I'm still fucking drunk. Like I am absolutely still fucking drunk at this point, and he does the whole dad guilt thing where you better get home, so I'm gonna make sure you go to school today is kind of like a punishment or whatever. And so I drove home. He took me to school that day. I'm not sure why. And like for some reason he wanted to take me that day. Um,
One of those father-son moments, man.
yeah, let's take my
And as far
fucking.
as I can tell, your
Uh,
father is not that into it, but he tries from time to time.
every once in a while he puts in the effort.
I'm your
Uh,
father. Really? When? When you were
now,
conceived? When I
but
drove you to school that one time?
oh, okay. Let me know when you're back so I can finish the story because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to. Oh no, well, okay, yeah, that's true. That there was drunk driving. I was still drunk when I drove home. That yeah,
Yeah.
I was having. I mean, I do not condone this
Psionics is a
behavior.
bad example of everything.
You don't do what I do. I am a horrible person.
But while I was completely smashed driving through a mountain road at 100 miles an hour, that's also a legitimate story, I believe.
Yes, that is. I did do that one. That was another one of my not my proudest moments.
But
Uh,
it was a successful moment. That's all that really matters.
yeah, no, we should save that story until speedrun comes back.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
But yeah, no, that was
Actually, a shame acknowledgement I have on my end.
mm,
I'm loving the mask idea, mask mandate and whatnot, because going to the liquor store completely smashed is way easier now. But I'm scared of COVID. Don't ask questions. Here's my ID. I mean,
never.
a friend told me It's not me. A friend told me.
This is the story Zionics told me.
Oh, I wasn't gonna say psionics, but you know, friend.
That's right. I'm comfortable being under the bus. I live under there.
It's warm under there. You know how much energy the engine produces? It's quite toasty.
All right, I'm starting to think there is no Yagluth here. Of course, I think you discovered that particular fact last time we played.
I assumed the fact last time we played. Yeah, you're gonna have to come back and talk to the table. I kept going on the research of, well, not research per se, but I was looking into our, sorry, throw you into that. I was looking into getting more, or the dungeon, so we can get more iron over there, since I honestly think that's going to be one of our final areas. I mean, we still need to look for.
Yeah. Excuse me. We still need to find Yagluth.
Uh,
Uh,
I- I'm gonna talk to the board real quick, but there's still at least one or two areas to research. Research, quote unquote, explore.
uh, ooh. I'm letting it getting a little late in the day. So,
Yeah, no, you need to be running home, dude.
anyways, after my dad drove me to the college, I was basically, it was like a way to punish me to make sure I still went to school. Um, so I went to the student center at my particular college because um, they have a couch and a TV there. And I'm not gonna lie, I straight up, um, I just laid down on the couch and I went to bed. So, I'm
You
at,
know, that's a funny term if you think about it. I laid down on the couch and went to bed. No, you went to couch. Yeah, you went unconscious, yes, but sorry, keep going. I found it amusing.
yeah, no, I'm like seriously, I straight up just, you know, no worries, just, world save, bad timing.
Yeah, actually, you know, I was working at this one location, and you had to put in a password so you could actually do your job. And I started doing, or because I was doing it so frequently, I guess, but I was doing it so often that I didn't even think about it. And the one day I went into work and thought about putting in my password, I couldn't fucking remember my password. It was one of the most insane things I've actually ever run into, where it's just like, wait, what? How? I've done this dozens of times, hundreds of times, and I can't remember.
Yeah, no, I
It's
actually
just
had
fucking
something
weird.
similar happen to me too. Um, I was in oh, okay. I was in junior high gym class, and
I can
it might, yeah, well, and so you were required to change for gym class. They gave you this little, bitch ass locker to put gym clothes into,
Mm-hmm.
and it was stupid because it was basically just asking us to, wear the same dirty ass fucking gym clothes day in and day out.
I was gonna
Uh,
say get naked in front of the teachers.
yeah. Um, I mean, I was probably one of the better ones, but still, my gym clothes stayed in that goddamn locker for a whole fucking week. By the time I brought
uh,
those home, that was That that was not a friendly smell by any stretch of the
Honestly, better than
imagination.
me is all I can say. Cause when I was in wrestling. When I was in fucking what was I? I'd say ninth, 10th grade or something like that. And I infrequently took my stuff back to be laundered. And so there was one day where I wrestled with one of the coaches, and he just straight up said, "Okay, people, just as a heads up, you need to take your clothes home to be laundered." And everybody looked at me. Literally, every single person looked at me. I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't think it was that bad." Shame.
Spicy.
Spicy. Still haven't finished off Fairy Tale.
It's not that good of a show, honestly.
No, it's. I mean, there are certain parts that are good, but by and large, yeah, it's not that good of a show.
Yeah, no, Fairy Tale was one of those that, like, okay, it's popular. I get that it's popular. I don't
And I
fully
didn't even
understand
watch it because it was
why.
popular. I watched it because it was a batch download. And it's because of what me and you do, where it's like, you know what? Uh, um, um, we want to watch an entire show in one go and not
Yeah.
have to worry about, here and there and everywhere. But yeah, no, I've watched season one multiple times. I've watched like about halfway through season two, and after I moved away, I still haven't finished off season two. Haven't even touched season three, and it's just like it's not that good. I mean, it is entertaining, but like it almost seems like it's trying to aim for the whole. We're not that good of a show, but you want to watch something random, and it's like, I don't want to watch something that random. So yeah.
But anyways, another potential fun story.
Hmm.
Now, bear in mind, I am not encouraging this behavior. In fact, I am actively discouraging this type of behavior. Um,
Back
I
when I
would.
was a meth dealer.
Anyways, I was so. Hmm. Oh, it buries me to find a new home.
Yeah, we can always make more chests.
Yeah, it's a.
That's actually still one of those things I find quite amusing. Is you have to you have to understand that like your parents were probably just as bad as you, but you don't look at them as like, okay, you probably did the same shit that I did. They're almost at a saint level of, okay, you were a good person. But in all honesty, why would they be any level of different than you? Like literally, the only difference, no, to put some shade out there, I guess. The only real difference between me and my dad is pornography was online. I didn't have to pay for anything. I didn't have to go to a video store. I just had to go online. And I took a hit because my dad looked at porn and my mom was like, "Did you do this?" And I wasn't going to throw my dad under the bus. I love my dad, but at the same time, it wasn't
Clear
me.
your browser
And
history, Dad.
well, the thing that really got me was something I ran into, especially since my mom put Net Nanny on the computer, was if you looked up certain sites, it would sort of like freeze the web browser. And because I've ran into that freeze multiple times, I knew exactly what was going on as soon as I saw it, but I wasn't the one who ran into the freeze. I was the one who just saw the freeze. I went, "Hey, what was this?" "Oh yeah, no, I was looking up employment in Vegas." Uh-huh. Didn't say anything.
No, we haven't
Will never
explored
say
all the.
anything.
We have well, okay. So this plains area that we're at right now, we have fully explored this plains area.
Well, we're
So,
really close to fully explored. There's still a little area we need to explore.
I think we pretty much
We need to
got
go
it.
to the left. We need to go to the left.
Oh, okay. I guess you're right. There is some shit over there.
Thought
So,
about it real quick.
uh, so I guess there's stuff over here. Well, yeah, Yagluth is in the plains. I thought that we had fully cleared it, but Buddha's right. We have not fully cleared yet. So we need to go over there and do some more exploration.
And in a general note, we are in a sort of kind of, yeah, we are in a kind of sort of funny situation because we can get most of the metals we want and the plains area that we are at. So we can make it to where most end game stuff is done here, where usually you don't have copper, tin, iron, black metal in the same location.
Yeah, typically we have to boat in the metals we need,
Yeah,
but yeah,
we're gonna be able to do it here.
but we will be exploring the full area as well as we can.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because if we can find Yagluth or whatever her its name is,
Yes, Yagluth is the last boss.
well,
Um,
it's still early release, but it is currently last boss, not definitively last boss.
yeah. Once the full version of this game comes out, it'll probably just be a mid-level boss, honestly. But as soon as we kill Yagluth, we're basically done with Valheim, and then we'll be putting it to bed for
Couple
a
months.
couple months until they do some more patchwork.
Yeah, no, we, I mean, we enjoy the game. We're not gonna say anything shady about the game, but it's more because of the Hearth and Home update that we decided to play the game.
Yeah, we wanted to, and plus we were looking for something to play.
No, not really. I mean, we are, well, we were technically, but it was more because you were like, dude, there's this update called Hearth and Home for Valheim, and it looks expansive. Let's go back. It's like, I mean, I like the game, so sure, but no, random note. As it's one of those things that if you look into it, apparently there's supposed to be something like 9 biomes in this game, and they've only really done 5.
Yeah,
So yeah, there's still a vast amount of things that are possible when it comes to this game. And kind of to ask, you find ore, you upgrade yourself, and this is a goddamn I don't know why we like unforgiving games. I mean, we got this, we got Factorio, we got fucking Remnant, but apparently we're all about being, kicked in the nuts frequently because you're not really alive if you're not being kicked in the nuts.
how
Wow,
do you know if you even have
meanwhile,
nuts if you don't get fucking shot right square in the nuts from time to time?
I will kick you square and the nuts.
All right, well,
We need more wood for coal in the home space.
we need more wood, but I'm going exploring looking for Yagluth.
Okay. Do you want me to tag along or do you want me to start, choppy choppy?
I mean, there is that Fulling village out there that can be cleared.
Yes, but like I asked, do you want me to join you or do you want me to go choppy choppy?
um, I'm okay with either.
Then I'm going choppy choppy.
All right then, go choppy choppy.
Like I said, man, you say you want me to join, I'll join. But if you don't, I'm gonna be going fucking choppy choppy.
Yeah, do whatever you want to do, man.
Gonna do whatever I want to do. God, that's part of a song, but I don't remember what song.
No, one thing, we could. I don't know what we need for black metal axes, but we most certainly have what we need to make a couple of black metal axes. Like obviously, I'm gonna stick with Mew Mew. Um,
Mew Mew is not an axe.
Mew Mew is a hammer, but I still have
Yeah.
a bronze axe because I'm a scrub.
Oh, same here. Well, I put my axe away, but you know,
But that's one of those things is we can make some black metal axes. It'll cut with help with wood chopping. It'll help with you know general shenanigans because largely we don't really need fine wood, 6 black metal, and 20 linen thread. Well, we have the linen thread. That's for goddamn sure. We
uh,
have the 6 black metal. Yeah, we should be able to. Ow, dick hole, fucking.
we should be able to dig hold. Oh, fucking yes.
Goddamn murder hornets.
Black metal axe requires 20 black metal and 5 thread.
And fine wood, apparently.
And we got plenty of fine wood.
Yeah, we got plenty of fine wood. I'm just saying, you want to make us some axes, maybe upgrade them a little bit. I wouldn't be upset
Yep.
about that.
I'm going back to the plains, and I'm going to the area that had or that are the copper area, or the area that had copper ore. Because yeah, as soon as we get copper, we can literally just start producing.
Everything.
Yeah.
That is true. Alright, this is the falling village Buddha found.
Yeah.
Let's test my sniping ability.
He's gonna suck at it.
Oh god, that's a lot of fallings.
Like I said.
I sucked at it. I sucked at it.
I mean, it's not as chest thumping as you did with Valheim, or not Valheim, but with Remnant. But I still find it amazing where it's like, oh look, there's a goblin over there. I'm just gonna shoot it with an arrow. Headshot. Wow. Yeah, no, it was pretty easy.
These fallings are legit fucking terrifying.
Yes, they are. Actually, I sent a Xionyx clip, a YouTube video, and it was talking about like the 10 most unforgiving what was it called? World exploration
Yeah,
games or
open
whatever.
worlds, yeah.
Open worlds. Yeah. 10 most unforgiving open worlds. Fucking Valheim was number 9. And it's not even a completed game.
Yeah, they're basically goblins. It did sort of kind of rhyme. Gremlin and goblin
Mm-hmm.
mixed together, stuffed in my grandma's blender. That actually totally rhymed depending on your cadence.
Yeah. Now, to be somewhat fair,
Ah, balls!
we've been calling them goblins frequently, and well, somewhat frequently, and we reference them with Goblin Slayer, which I mean, I guess you're 14-year-old, so it should be fine, but not completely appropriate. But you know,
It's a little grapey. At least the
just a
first
little.
episode is.
Yeah, no, and that's I would argue the first episode is the best episode. The rest of them are okay. But like literally the disturbing factor of the first episode is 10 out of 10. Hell, it's 11 out of 10. The rest of it is like, 6 out of 10. Not disturbing, just general. It's like 6, 7 out of 10.
Not disturbing. I mean, it's still a good show to watch. It's just like the first episode is just particularly fucked up.
Yeah, no, dude. I mean, you'll find out if you have certain proclivities if you watch Goblin Slayer and just go, that's nice. I mean, you do you. We're not gonna say anything.
No judgments here.
Now that I think of it, I'm actually quite curious because I remember once I was in 5th or 6th grade, and there was this one chick that me and her got in a bit of a challenge for who can, in a sense, keep doing double entendres or talk dirty. I mean, I won, obviously, but
I am the hero of the story after all.
we spent like 20, 30 minutes just making sexual references in 5th grade. So,
I mean, to be
that's
fair, depending on your tone, just about everything can be a sexual reference.
that is true. But the other thing that came to mind now that I think about it is it's one of those things where they talk about like the almost purity of women, which doesn't exist, and they're relying on the fact that people assume them to be a certain way, but by and large, they're just not. And
The lie perpetrated by big women.
them too. But it's one of those things where, again, it's one of the things that feminists talk about frequently, where it's like, men aren't different from women. Okay, so they think about sex theoretically as much as men, which I deny, but I deny because I'm quite possibly the incubus at this point in time. Well, no, I've always been an incubus. As soon as my dick started getting hard, I started thinking about having sex with women. There's no denying that. No, no, it's not. Because I've talked to plenty of men and women, and the amount of people is like, oh yeah, no, I enjoy having sex for like 15 minutes. 15 minutes? Anything less than half an hour is actually, correction. Anything less than an hour is a failed sexual experience, which is why I regret my experience with Jenica. But I'm not gonna mention anyone.
Not gonna drop any names. Jenica Dodson.
She's useless, and I hate her husband. So yeah, fuck her and her husband. But yeah, no, that's
You
just
did
one of
say
those
2
things.
hours before. Speedruns got you there.
What that
It
sex.
takes
It
two
lasts
hours to
2
have a
hours.
satisfying sexual experience.
Really? I thought I would only say about an hour. Guys, hour. Well, correction. Hour for me is foreplay. 2 hours is close to climax. And the fact that I've had 3 to 4 hour experiences sexually, most people don't agree with me. Think I'm lying, which I don't know. Most of the people I met in the military is like, I'll fuck her for like 5 minutes, and then, but, whatever.
Well, I don't think the whole process is intended to last for multiple hours. I'm pretty sure, biologically speaking, um, the one pump chumps are closer to evolutionarily ideal.
Yeah,
Because if you think about it, the faster you can hit it and quit it, the more likely you're going to reproduce.
and I agree with that. But for me, the journey of the hit it and well, the hit it, I should say, is amazing. Like that, they're like I have to hit the point where I have to be taking heroin or meth before I can say, okay, this is better. But prior or without that, yeah, I love sex. I love the entirety of it. The entirety of it. So yeah,
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like sex too, but sometimes a man needs to just roll over and go to bed.
fuck that noise.
I get dehydrated. I need rest.
And that's where I think back to my brother, and I told him that I had sex for 5 hours once, and he was just like, "Why?" His literal response was, "Why?" And I'm sitting there going, Why not? Like, why wouldn't you want to have sex for 5 hours?"
Because it's fucking exhausting.
It is exhausting, but God, it feels so good. But yeah, seriously, that must have been the first time that I was just in there, and he said why. I was like, how can you even ask why? Like, that
Are
doesn't
we
make
even
any sense
related?
to my brain. As far as I can tell, that's right up there with women are as horny as men. The nymphos are. Anything shy of a nympho, no, they're not as horny as men. They can't even really pretend to be as horny as men. But
They may not be as horny as you.
yeah, well, that's just it. Is you have to operate under your own perspective.
Come
Fucking
here, you
hell,
little
I'm
fucker.
almost on. Oh, there it is. Yeah, no. When it comes down to it, if I had a slightly bigger dick, I would totally be in porn. I'm not even gonna lie, cause sex is the literal. Oh, we need to take a break here. Okay, that's fine with me. Let me, cool down a little bit. Let me get ready for the next session. If my job was to have sex for 8 hours a day, I, yeah, no, I'd be down. I'd be down 100%.
If I could call Mr. Mackey a cock eating blowjob, I'd be so happy.
I'd be so happy. But yeah, no, if horny bastard was defined in the dictionary, my picture would probably be in there.
I think horny bastard is defined in the dictionary, but has
I
a
don't think
picture
so,
of King
because it's
Henry VIII.
2 word. No, he's not that horny.
Henry VIII?
Yeah, he's a lightweight.
What a bitch.
Seriously, he wanted multiple women, but okay, fine. Props to you. And he's a lightweight.
The problem was is he got bored and killed him. No, you keep him so you can have
Yeah,
more.
you keep them just because you know what? Actually, that's one of those crimson capsule things where it's like, okay, you cannot keep up with me, a man, sexually. So why should I commit to you that way? Well, I didn't know your drive was that much. Bitch, I'd be fucking you every 30 minutes if I was able to. I'd be groping you every minute, but yeah, whatever. Actually, that's another thing that kind of made me laugh and made me quite sad. Was there's this one chick who I don't know if she's a porn star or not. Doesn't really matter. But she was talking about how she was hooking up with this one guy and took her to a gangbang party, and she ended up banging 50 guys in one night. And I'm sitting there going, God damn, if I could bang 50 women in one night, that would be heaven.
I would be so happy.
Seriously.
Well, I mean, I think that's the whole Islamic ideal is you get 50
No,
virgins in one night.
no, if you believe in it, yeah, die and get 50 virgins.
Well,
But
dying
in
in the service
life,
of Allah, you get 50 virgins. You don't just
yeah,
die and get 50 virgins. You
but in in the Islamic faith, you can have 3 wives.
as long as you treat them equally.
Yeah, you have to treat them equally. That is the caveat. So, if one wife gets a house, you have to be able to provide a house for every other wife. The other, sorry, the other two
The
wives.
other wives, yeah.
Yeah, I was hiccuping, but held it down. But you have to provide the other 2 wives a house of equal space and value. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The older I get, the more I'm tempted to, convert to Islam. Not particularly religious, but you know what? There's so many things I agree with in that religion. Actually, that's
Yeah,
another thing
I
that
was
really
about to
made me
say,
laugh.
you know how much fundamentalist Islamists and feminists have in common, right?
Uh-huh. I'm a little sad that that guy doesn't make videos anymore because he was great.
He probably got
Maybe.
banned.
Well, I'm yeah. His channel still exists, so chances are he was executed. But
That is entirely likely. He was making entirely too many good points.
mm-hmm.
So what are you doing in that dungeon there, buddy?
Hunting for more iron
Well, you're not moving.
because I was taking a drink.
Oh.
My apologies. I
No,
will
it
remain
just looked
sober.
like you. It just looked like you were standing still for a long time. Is all.
Well, to be fair,
I
I
was
think
just making sure you hadn't
once you
disconnected or
enter
some
a
shit.
dungeon, I assume it looks like you're static because if I were to open the map right now, it pretty much looks like I'm in the same area as the dungeon entrance.
Okay, no, that's fine. I just looked up and it looked like you were standing still. I'm like, dude.
He's sober shaming me. Right here. You saw it speed run. He's sober shaming me.
I'll show you how sober shaming I'm doing. Um, your
Drink.
primary. I'm gonna go pee and make a refill.
Yeah, thank you, Speed. Speed's against you too. I'm a little curious now. What did your friend say to hook up with somebody? And the other question for you, Speed, is when I say Crimson Capsule, do you know what I'm saying? Or is that just, oh, he's saying some, American and weird or drunken, either or all. So there's this thing, sorry, a little slow. There's this thing called the red pill. And well, obviously it came from the Matrix. Don't know if you've ever watched that or even heard about it, but during me and Zionic's time, there was this show or movie called The Matrix, and there was this concept in there called the red pill or the red pill. You eat the blue pill, you're gonna be passive, you're gonna live through life and just accept what's going on. You take the red pill, then you're gonna understand what's really going on and what life is really about.
I
So,
have some bad
I,
news, Buddha.
I hold up. So I was putting that in reference to the friend that was hooking up or trying to hook up. Fact is, unless he's knows the game and unless he's, over 6 feet tall, makes a lot of money, shit like that, which at seventh grade, I doubt he could be 6 feet tall.
You might be black.
That too, I'm not gonna point or touch on that, but
Well, no, I
yeah,
mean, black people are taller than white people on average. It's a biological fact.
well, American black people are. I don't know about African people or African black people.
I guess
But then
that's true.
again, I'm part of the whole they were bred that way, but you're not supposed to say that.
Well, I mean, to think that the 300 years or 400 years of slavery that existed in North America
Didn't
wasn't,
lead to a certain amount of
yeah, that it
genetic
wasn't
modification.
eugenics by definition eugenics. Like, you're just deluding yourself. I mean, what slaves were bred to be bigger, stronger, faster, and
Actually, that's actually one of those things that I found most fascinating is that is part of the fear of the slave master is because there were so many slaves, because they were doing what they can to get better quality slaves. Ultimately, they even understood that they were in, the corral with a bunch of super soldiers, as it were,
yeah, and that's
and
just
that was
it.
their biggest fear.
Is what was happening um, with with slavery when they were trying to make bigger, stronger. That was eugenics. It was essentially eugenics.
No,
I'm not defending it. I'm not saying it was okay. I'm just
I'm just
saying
saying it is a
it
thing.
fucking happened. It absolutely fucking happened. And if you don't acknowledge that what the slaveholders of the South were doing during when slavery was okay in America, that was fucking eugenics. By definition, that was fucking eugenics.
So, a mixture of things for you, Speed. First, we weren't saying your friend was black. We're not saying the
Yeah,
other
no, that
chick
was
was black.
yeah.
We're not saying that uh fucking berries that just disappeared on me.
Yeah, it's all right. We just started talking about eugenics because that sounds like a Twitch safe topic to talk about.
Of course it is.
Sorry, speedrun. Wait, I hope we didn't offend you. It was just
Yeah, no, we
we
have no
we get
minute.
off. Yeah, we have no
We
filter.
have no barriers. You want to talk about anything? Literally
Literally
anything.
anything.
Actually, this is gonna be maybe not. Um, do you know anything about Mormons or Mormonism or anything like that? Speedrun. Not trying to convert, just asking a question.
One, they don't actually have horns, but
So, um, Mormons by and large are just a regular uh Christian sect. So, Jesus Christ and all that shit. But
Jesus. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. But
Coming again to save your
so
motherfucking soul, yeah, Jesus. Oh, sorry, I'm done.
so they put a lot of stock, even though it was, late. They put a lot of stock in like monogamy and shit like that. I roomed with a guy in the military who was also born. I was born and raised Mormon, so was he. I mean, I've stopped it obviously, but I was, and he was talking about how him and his wife started to swing. I'm assuming you know what swinging means in a relationship. I mean, I don't know how um protected youths are in Australia, but I'm assuming you know what that means.
It's Australia, dude. I think everyone at the age of 10 has an orgy. It's like a bar mitzvah for the Jews, only in Australia. It's
I
a.
wouldn't go that far. It's just, well, it kind of comes down to like, I remember I was in high school and I can't remember if I said beer bong or somebody else did, and I was just like, oh yeah, I know what that is. And they were like, dude, you're Mormon. How do you know what a beer bong is? Because I pay attention, and you're stupid.
Because beer bongs are awesome and I want to know what they are.
Well, you hear the term, and it's just like, whether you do it or not, it's like, I heard something. I want to know what this something means. So whether I ever do it or not, I've never done a beer bong, by the by.
They're overrated. It's basically just a way to drink beer that bypasses your gag reflex.
Either way, never done a beer bong. Sounds stupid to me, but I know what it is. But
If you want to get drunk really, really fast, it's great.
oh, so the reason I was bringing that up is I in the military there was this guy who was quote unquote a Mormon, and he and his wife ended up having or started swinging or having an open relationship, and he came in one day and was like, yeah, no, me and my wife decided to start swinging. I was like, oh, okay. And he looked at me more flabbergasted than I apparently was supposed to look at him. And he's like, really? And I looked at him like, really what? That's all you're gonna say? What? I
Really.
just told you me and my wife were swinging and you just went, really? Yeah, no. Really. That's all I can say.
What do you want from me
I
here?
mean, yeah. And it's just like, what else were you wanting or want as response? And I
Can
don't
I
know.
join?
And the next thing I said after that was, well, do you trust your wife? He's like, yeah. Then there's nothing to worry about because if you trust your wife, everything will be fine. Because that's the one of the biggest issue when it comes to swinging relationships is you don't trust your other, as it were. So I said that to him, and literally like 2 minutes later, his wife calls. He's like, "Yeah, no, I just told my roommate that I was swing or that we were swinging. He just said okay." So I'm assuming she went. What was his response? And I honestly don't care. People do what people do. But yeah, no, I would recommend both you and your friend look up the red pill. But I mean, you have to
You
be
mean the
logical
Crimson
about it.
Capsule?
Yeah. Well, he didn't know what the Crimson Capsule was.
Oh, alright.
But yeah, no. Look that shit up. I mean, don't take it completely at face value, but it's really close to face value as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, well, did you make me a black metal axe?
No, we don't have a forge.
Fuck! Balls. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the boat back, um,
Why?
because there isn't anything. Yagluth is not in that plains. I have fully explored that plains. There is no Yagluth. Um,
Well, before you go back, either A, take all of the black metal, or B,
I was thinking just 5.
take back 5. Yeah, I was gonna say either all or 5 is what I was thinking.
I mean, well, I'm gonna go ahead and replant real quick before I go. No, I'm sure one did spawn in. The thing is there's multiple plains biomes. It's just that, yeah, it's just that in this particular plains biome here. So over here we have swamp. We have dark forest down here. Like there just wasn't a Yagluth on this plains biome. There's multiple plains biomes, and we just need to find another one. Is all.
Yeah, and as soon as we find a Yagluth, we got this game beat.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and plant some more flax, so we have some more flax going, and barley, so we have more barley than we know what to deal with.
You might also want to take back the iron then, or at least the little bit that we have.
Well, because we have black metal here. Um, I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
how
we're
much
gonna
we want to
want
take back, but
more iron as far as I can tell.
I mean, I guess if you want, you can load everything onto the boat. The only thing we really need to keep here is the farm so we can keep flax and barley going. But after this harvest, we're going to have more flax and barley than we know what the fuck to do with. Um, honestly, we have a box that's almost full of fucking thread and barley flour.
Thread doesn't matter. We can teleport that,
And we can
and the
tell it. No,
barley flour doesn't matter either.
no, I'm just saying, like, we can leave the farm here, and the farm here can keep working.
Yeah.
And we, I mean, if you want, I'm just saying, if we load up everything into the boat,
If we're not going to,
good luck, man.
hmm,
He's gonna kill the destroyer on his expert mode for the worthy.
no, if you have the Nimbus staff, it's gonna be fairly easy, honestly.
Yeah, no, this is that's a lot of fucking flax. Um,
I'll turn half of them into yarn. Why am I fucking bitches? Oh, that's why. But yeah, no, we got the copper here.
yeah, I mean, we can send everything home. That's not an issue. And I don't know. I know we want to at least send 5 black metal home for the.
Cooking aspect.
Yeah, but we can literally send everything home if we want to. Because honestly, all we need here is the farm. The farm is safe. The farm is secure. And We can go out and get tar and black metal as we see fit, but honestly, I don't know how much black metal we really need. Just because, I mean, we're gonna make the axe. You can make a
Well,
sword.
we're gonna upgrade the shield,
Yeah, we need to upgrade the shield, that's for sure.
and I'm gonna stick with the silver sword, so that's not gonna really matter.
So it's literally just the shield and the axe is all we're gonna use black metal for in this run through.
No.
Which I think was similar to our last run through, because I feel like we have way the fuck more black metal than we actually need.
Yep.
Grats, speed run! Grats!
I mean, to be fair,
Is that like a
Destroyer
real
World
first
is one
try,
of
or
the
like Lego
easiest
Batman
of them.
first try, you know?
First try.
Expert for the worthy is fucking hard.
Oh, it's for the worthy. Yeah. Now, even for the worthy, Destroyer of Worlds is fairly easy, especially compared to the other two.
Well, I mean, we have the impending, yeah, the probes do most of the damage.
Uh,
As long as you keep your ass above a certain point, then you're usually fine.
but yeah, no, like I was saying earlier, if you get a Nimbus Cloud, that will literally take the Destroyer of Worlds and turn it into a little bitch.
Those Nimbus clouds are pretty good. Wow, what kind of drunken nitwit laid out these fucking barley shoots?
I don't know, but I think his name rhymes with Xionics.
No, for us, Skeletron Prime was the hard one because it
Yeah.
kept blowing up our platforms. But if you just use dungeon platforms,
Well, to be fair,
it's really not bad.
even without For the Worthy, Skeletron Prime was always the hardest for us, I believe.
Yeah, I don't like Skeletron Prime, but whatever. But I think we're gonna start up that expert drunk world that we're gonna open up to everyone, well, our followers at least.
So
Like,
you and the other Aussie.
I'm sure Zane will want to play as well.
He's too early in the day.
Well, I mean, if we go by the schedule, my proposed schedule, then Terraria will be late night, late one day, and then early the other day.
You know, I'm totally down to. Like, the only I think back to, I don't even remember what his name was, but he didn't fall, or, well, he followed then stopped. But he was like, oh, yeah, I could totally give you, whatever. Don't even remember what it was. And it's like, yeah, I could totally take it from my transfer world. So
Yeah,
what you're saying is stupid.
yeah, no, and I just think it would be. I mean, obviously we're small, and having people, you know, if people want to join us play, I think that'd be a good idea, honestly.
No, the only issue I have with having people join us is more of a, well, are
Uh,
they going to be there when we decide to play? Kind of a crumpin' issue.
well, that can't be part of the calculus. It has to be, we're doing this on this day. We put it on the schedule, so, you know,
You join or you don't join.
exactly. Like, shit's gonna happen whether or not you're here. And that's more of what I was going for with, like, we set up the expert drunk world on Terraria, and we say that, okay, we are playing this on, Wednesday at this time, and uh, Thursday at this time,
No.
just for example.
So, speed. Normally, the Skeletron Prime does not, but part of the for the worthy difficulty is that it will destroy blocks. Like literally, our home area was wrecked because we summoned Skeletron Prime, or just happened to come around while we were over our house. And so, yeah, no, Skeletron Prime will wreck your area, but that's only for the worthy.
Yeah, there's actually a rather humorous clip of our house getting fucking wrecked. Uh,
There once was a bomb that came to me.
I blew the shit out of my house, and I went, oh me. Nope, that doesn't.
No.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Eh. Psionics is not that creative.
I'm not, but I'm fucking awesome at Remnant from the Ashes, bitches.
No, he earned a fucking straight up clap.
And not the bad kind of clap either. Though I think I might have gotten the bad kind of clap one time once.
I was gonna say, but I was gonna reference, whether you got in the clap or not. I'm not gonna say.
But speaking of drunken driving, um, there was one night. So we have this big. It's kind of a notorious windy canyon road next to where I live, and it's kind of a main thoroughfare. Like, everything goes through this big windy canyon road. And one time, I was driving home on this big windy canyon road, and I may have been inebriated at the time.
Not sober.
Oh. How did you swim with that torch?
Don't ask questions.
So, anyways, I was driving home through this windy canyon road at like 3 in the morning, and I was fucking bucked. Like the speed limit on this road is something like 65 for most of the
Uh,
way. You know, so it's not like super slow, but it's not like super fast either. But anyways, they as I was going through the canyon, I came across this ambulance that was running lights and sirens. And I passed this ambulance running lights and sirens because the fucker was driving too slow for me. So the question, the fundamental question I had, like, no, now normally if you see lights and sirens behind you, you are supposed to stop and pull over. However, if you pass an ambulance running lights and sirens, are you still obligated to pull over? I would argue you shouldn't.
far as I can think, if they're parked, then no. If they're mobile, yes.
They were not parked so
Uh,
much as
and
they
yeah,
were
you were
just
pulling a douche
traveling
nozzle.
slower than I wanted to travel.
No, I'm just thinking when I drive through the same canyon road. I was young and dumb, but I was driving some like 110 miles an hour, I guess.
Yeah,
And some douche nozzle in the slow lane. And I literally have still don't know why, but almost everybody was in the right lane driving slow, and I was in the left lane just zipping past everybody. But this douche nozzle decided to pull out in front of me, and I was in straight up, you know, Fast and Furious mode, and I
yeah.
had my precog was at like 11 out of 10. So I was literally right on this guy's bumper at like 60 miles an hour for the next hour. And every once in a while, he would do a brake check. And before he would brake check me, I would start to brake. So he tried to scare me off, which he failed. But I was right on his ass. And once I finally drove past him, he flipped me off, and I just waved at him. And I'm just sitting there, like, dude, if you literally waited like 20 seconds, you wouldn't even recognize that I existed. But you didn't. And so, you know what? Pound sand, I'm gonna make you as uncomfortable as possible. I don't do that anymore. But oh god, that was such a fun run. Oh, you're trying to, like I said, I precogged. So I braked before he broke, or he was pressed on his brakes. That guy must have been quite paranoid. Yeah, no, seriously. You would have thought it was a Hollywood production what I was doing to that guy. And
It
I
was
enjoyed
quite delightful,
every
in fact.
second. Yes, it was. But then again, I hate stupid people, so anything I can do to make stupid people feel bad, I'm going to accept, double down, and wear a crown. So, yeah.
Oh, okay, there was a funny moment there. Oh, too heavy. Must make it to opposing chest before I run out of stamina. No!
I
Not,
mean,
not again. Good God. I had no idea that 50 thread weighed so goddamn much. It's actually quite impressive. If you consider just how fucking heavy thread is.
it's gonna take a minute now.
What are you doing?
I'm in a dungeon and I don't remember how to get out.
It sounds like a very serious problem. Alright. let's go ahead and go to this guy over here. That's a good place for him. Ow! There's a goblin fucking up our farm.
Why did you leave the door open?
The door wasn't open. The fucker swam in. I don't know how he got me. Speedrun.
Mm-hmm.
I blocked at the right time. I did everything right.
Except not.
I failed to not die. That is true. Alright, I'll eat the lox meat.
I can. What? Don't eat. To be fair, we're not going to use it as far as we know. But
It was cooked lox meat.
yeah, I know what you were talking
We
about.
cooked it by accident.
You cooked it by accident.
I prefer the royal we in this particular one.
Yeah. My wee needs a little relieving too.
I mean, your we, my royal we, you know.
There once was a wee that came to me.
His name was a little mini wee wee. Are you back so I can get my potty?
I'm heading back. Give me a second. Ran into a tree.
I'm gonna be stupid.
The Ionics rage.
Ah, ah, ah. Yeah. Through the portal. I am buffing up and buffing out. Alright. Let's go kill this little fucker. Hey, goblin. Fuck you! Right in the eyeball. Dick. Okay, I'm fine now. I'm a little annoyed that they keep sneaking past my wall,
Oh,
though.
fucking bitch. You need to go back to our house.
Why?
Because skeleton surprise is happening and I'm naked.
Well, fine then.
Need food.
Hang on. Oh, nope, never mind. Skeleton surprise. Boom, motherfucker. Hello, skellies. Man, just after I got my body back, These fucking skeletons are running around. Okay, so if you're playing on For the Worthy, all the Sky Islands are corrupt.
Yeah.
And they all require golden keys to open the box. And that's just one of those neat surprises that For the Worthy seats have is... my God, there's so many skeletons.
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna touch For the Worthy again because I hate it too much.
The skeletons are tired of fighting. I'm tired of fighting. Normal seed, Sky Islands should not be corrupted.
Locked.
Or locked, either, yeah. It's literally just For the Worthy that leads to those, the Sky Islands being corrupted or crimson, and the chests being locked. So, it is literally just For the Worthy that does that to you. Necktails, bunch of goodies. The skellies never end. Of course, I did go out collecting up those dots that show up in the distance, and that just led to more and more bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Those dots are dangerous. Don't follow the dots. Okay, then. And I think, like, literally all of our lamps are out at the moment.
But possibly.
I didn't realize our lamps sucked quite so much. Mm-hmm. Well, we have our fire-resistant barley wine, so that's always good.
Yep. Which means Yagluth is gonna be a joke.
Just as soon as we find him.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, oh great obliterator. Let's give you some goodies and pull the lever. Tap. A gift. 34 coal. Oh, bullshit gift.
I was gonna say, with the amount of things I've thrown in there.
Odin was not impressed. Imagine if it didn't spawn in because it's still in development. I'm not sure what wouldn't spawn in. Honey, but bag,
Fucking
raspberry, jam.
Desquito.
Honey, bag, raspberry. Oh, the Yagluth. Yeah, it should spawn in. Um, like I said, I think we just found a bad plains is all. Um, I don't think Yagluth didn't spawn. I Because honestly, we haven't actually found that many plainses. But I need to go on a magical journey to try and find more plainses.
And I need to get my body back.
Fine, we'll get Buddha's body back first.
Wow. Not pulling you for that, I'm just saying.
Uh, Just saying that Buddha needs to get his body back, and we are fully equipped, and Buddha is not.
Oh, yeah, now.
Alright, where are we going to get your body back, Buddha?
Where I'm at, I guess.
Plains 1, I'm assuming.
Uh,
Alright, you are up there. Alright, speedrun. Talk to you when you get back, dude. We're not going anywhere.
I might be going somewhere, but yeah.
Wow, you weren't fucking around. Yeah, you literally right back. Man, after everything I did, and you're just running along going, humdy 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 hum.
Fucking hell. And now there's a drugger right on top of my goddamn corpse.
I'm coming, Buddha! Damn it. Yeah, you're a squirrely motherfucker. Enjoy Eikthyr! Run, Buddha, run! I think I gave you Eikthyr. I think you were close
Nope,
enough for that.
was
Oh.
not.
That's what you get for not being patient. Oh yeah, you haven't even opened this gate yet.
No, I'm just trying to keep track of the areas that we've been, or well, the areas that I've been opening. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna be calling it. I'm fucking tanked apparently. I rolled a 1.
Okay, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with admitting weakness. So just as a heads up, speedrun, next week I will be in St. Louis for a trade show and we won't be streaming next week. So it's gonna be a week off, but not because I want a week off, but because my work requires it. Yeah, essentially, yes. It's, you know what? St. Louis sucks. But if I prove that I'm a
Team
resistant to
player.
shit in a toaster. Ideally, if I do well at the St. Louis trade show, maybe they'll send me to Berlin next time when we do a European trade show, which is what I'm hoping for.
I mean,
Or,
obviously he doesn't want to go to Australia, but beyond that,
they go to Australia.
uh-huh. Just because you're pandering to our viewers.
No, I want to see a spider the size of my hand.
Ew.
Plus, from what I understand, is Aussie women love American men. Can't
I
imagine
can't.
why, but that's what I've heard, and I would
I
love to test.
cannot confirm that. I mean, to be fair, the only Aussie women I've ran into was when I was in Thailand, but yeah.
Saving, loading. You know what? But sometimes you just need to shit in a toaster.
I mean, who doesn't want toasty shit? I mean, that's pretty much going to Quiznos.
With your subs.
I mean, it worked for you, but for me, I still think that's one of those. Who thought this was a good idea?
Oh, I never ate at Quiznos. I just thought the commercial was fucking hilarious.
I ate at Quiznos once. The commercial made it to where I never did it again.
Repaired a bunch of shit. And repairing the other bunch of shit. Alright, we will be back tomorrow with Terraria and a little bit of Valheim.
Yep. Tomorrow's gonna be Valheim and Terraria.
Yep,
Don't know the order, but
we're a bit off script
those are
here.
the Yeah. Those are the last two games that we are working to complete.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah. Good night, speed run. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Sorry that we're quitting as soon as you get here, bot. Uh, that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Have a good night, speed run. All right. And we will, like I said, we will be back tomorrow. Just shit in the toaster. Just straight up shit in that toaster. You know,
The toaster deserves it.
sometimes the toaster's asking for it. You know, with how it dresses, the way it's looking at you. You know, it just needs to be
Just sitting there all silently like it doesn't have an opinion.
just shitting me. All right, you know.
Especially if the toaster belongs to somebody that you don't like.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys. We will be back tomorrow. Any last words, Buddha?
Nope.
As eloquent as ever. Good night.
Yep.